Hi, my name is Kiana and I'm a mother of two daughters, and today I'll be talking about life before becoming a parent and life after becoming a parent. Before becoming a parent, I would think about the cute outfits you get to put your kids in, the fun things you get to do with them, but after I became a parent, I did not know how much life would change. Today I'm going to be talking about the lifestyle changes, the emotional changes, and the changes of ability. The first one is lifestyle changes, and we're going to talk about time. So time has become a luxury after becoming a parent. Before becoming a parent, you have just all the time in the world to do everything, time for yourself. Taking a shower is peaceful. And after becoming a parent, when I'm taking a shower, my kids are just barging through the door. There's things that I want to do in a day, and I have to push them off because I just don't have enough time to do them. The second one is bedtime. So before becoming a parent, I would go to bed late, probably midnight, even later than that. But after becoming a parent, I'm watching the clock at 3 p.m. waiting for bedtime, and I'm ready for bed at 8 p.m. because I'm just done with the day, and the day has been very overwhelming, and I've done so much in the day. And the third one is early rising. So before becoming a parent, I would probably sleep in to around 10 a.m., and it wasn't a big deal if I was up or not. But after becoming a parent, my kids are up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning, and I have to be up early. So I have to consider that when I'm going to bed late, and it has just become a normal schedule for me to be up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. every single day. The second one is emotional changes, and I'm talking about feeling joyful but also sad at the same time. So you feel joyful because your kids are growing up, and it's fun to watch them hit their milestones, it's fun to watch them grow up, but you also feel sadness that they're growing up because they aren't little babies anymore. So sometimes I'll lay down at night and I'll just think about how I wish they were little again, and I'll just look at pictures of them and kind of feel sad because they aren't little anymore. Worry and guilt. So you will always be worrying about them and always feel guilty. And some of the things that you feel worried about is their well-being. So you always feel worried about their well-being. You will be worried about sending them to school. You'll be worried about them coming home on the bus from school, making sure they're home safely. And you always feel a guilt of, are you doing enough for them? Are you playing with them enough? Are you letting them eat healthy food? Are they eating properly? And sometimes you just go to bed at night and you're just wondering these things. Your mind is racing because you just don't feel like you're doing enough, and you feel some type of guilt even though you're doing a good job. Unconditional love. So the love you have for your kids is a love that you really can't explain, and the only way I can explain it is your heart feels like it's out of your body, like you love them and care about them so much. It can be overwhelming sometimes. The third one is changes of ability. So being sick. Before becoming a parent, you can be sick and you lay in bed, sleep, get rest. After becoming a parent, you can be sick and you still have to take care of your kids. And sometimes your kids are also sick while you were sick. So for example, we all had the flu last year, and I had to take care of my kids while they were throwing up, having fevers, while I was throwing up, having fevers. So you have no choice but to take care of your kids being sick. And it's just something that you learn to do. It just comes naturally. Exhaustion. So before becoming a parent, if I got 3 hours of sleep, I probably would not be able to function, and I'd probably end up taking a nap. And I probably shouldn't use the word probably, because I remember before becoming a parent, 3 hours of sleep felt extreme. Like, I needed to take a nap. I could not handle being up after 3 hours of sleep. After becoming a parent, 3 hours of sleep is no big deal. You just get used to not having sleep, and you have to take care of your kids and responsibilities in being tired, and it just becomes normalized to you to do these things with very little sleep. Multitasking. So before having kids, you probably have multitasked before, but it is a whole extreme different level after becoming a parent. So for example, when I'm making dinner, I have to stop cooking probably about 5 times within 15 minutes to attend to my kids. So any tasks you do after becoming a parent, you're going to have to stop doing them in between a task and come back to the task, be interrupted, come back to the task. So a task can take longer than before you become a parent because you have your kids always needing something from you, so it can take longer. You also won't get anything done if you don't multitask as well. At the end of the day, being a parent is a blessing, and it is also temporary. So your kids being young and all of these things that you feel, the exhaustion, all these changes, they're temporary because your kids will grow up and it won't be so hard. But the one thing that will not change is your worry about them, because even if they're 18 and as an adult, you're still going to be worrying about them. There is no manual on how to take care of kids. It just comes naturally and you learn day by day. I have a mom of 2 and I'm still learning new things how to parent. I have provided some resources, and it's 12 ways your life changes after having a baby. And if you have any questions for me, you can address them in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed my speech. I hope everyone has a good day.